4 cesarean sections later, here I am. Yes, I am a mother to 4 children, and all of them I got them through cesarean sections. I don't know how to make you look at. I hope you can see my belly. Here it is. I've admitted this thing will never be finished. No matter how thin I get, it is still there. You see, being a CS mom does not mean that you're weak or you're bad. It's just that circumstances brought you here. For me, I've never experienced any labor pain at all for all my 4 births. The natural labor pains I never experienced. And it came that I had to go through a CS section. I'll just give you a brief. My first child is 16 years, and when I was getting him, I was like, the due date is not there. But then the nurse who was giving me the clinics, just they're called what? Whatever, mother and child clinics before I give birth, she told me that my child is not well positioned and I should go to a bigger hospital and where they have all the facilities. So I went to one of those hospitals just to check it out. And while I was there, the water broke. It was already green, meaning that the baby had already swelled in the womb. So I had an emergency CS. At that time, I was 20 years. 5 years later, I had my second birth. And it was funny because I asked the doctor, can I get a normal birth? And they told me, yeah, if you get a normal birth, it is okay. When I went to the hospital, I was dilated like 5 centimeters. But after a few minutes, when they checked me, I was 2. So they told me, if you give birth normally, it's okay, but we'll book you for CS. And that is how I went for CS. 2.5 years later, I went to the hospital and they told me, we can't dare wait for you to get a CS. Your baby is already big. Your baby is already overdue, because I was waiting to feel the pains, okay? So I had stayed at home for a long time waiting for the pains, but they never came. So they told me, we are not taking chances and we are going to make sure that you give birth through CS. And by my 4th child, it was already automatic. It is a CS. I've had people say that you can't do more than, I don't know, 2 CSs or what, but I've seen somebody get 5, and me myself, I have 4. It's not like something I'm really proud of or something to boast about. I don't think so. But it is just something I think your body chooses. I don't know why, but my body chose the CS way, you see. So after getting a CS, when you have had multiple, it is just important that you get booked so that the others do not rupture as you wait for the exact due date, okay? That is what I did with my 4th. I had to go a week, or I don't know, 2 weeks earlier, so that the baby can be removed. The baby was already big enough. Big. If we waited, he would be too big. So he had to be removed. And so far, so good. I've not had any complications. However, I noticed that as I got older, because my last baby, I got him at 31. As I got older, the healing process was um, more slow, okay? So like there were parts of my CS whereby they were not drying up as quick as earlier, okay? But when I was in my 20s, I mean, I bounced back immediately. But when I was in my 30s getting my last child, it was not easy at all. I remember there were some parts I started to notice. I have like a certain place that is not getting healed, but it eventually healed. So for a mother who's getting CSs, please make sure, number one, I know you need help. You do need help, especially if you've had multiple CSs. You don't want anything to be rupturing down there. You need help with your CSs. Another thing that I noticed, that you need to move. You cannot be lying down the whole day. You see, if you do not exercise, there can be blood clots and they can go all the way to the heart and it becomes dangerous for you. Please move, move, move so that blood can also move. Also, when you move, it is easier to heal. Okay? it is easier to heal. Take nutritious food, especially at that time. Just make sure that you're taking nutritious food. Nutritious. Stop deep frying, stop with the sweets. All those things do not work well for you. Okay? Please make sure that you are eating very healthy food. Don't forget to move. You see, for us, for me, I got a baby in a government hospital, and there it's you who has to lift your baby to yourself. You're sleeping with your baby. In fact, you have to wash your baby. It's you who has to do everything to clean yourself and to clean your baby. Make sure that you're doing it. Another thing I noticed, if your scar gets water, it heals slowly. So make sure that your scar is covered before you listen to many people's advice. My scar, my last one, I really wanted to feel that bathing thing, and sometimes it didn't dry up nicely. So it took time to heal. Okay, make sure that it's not touching water. You'll heal, you'll get clean, you'll get smelling nice, all those. Another thing I didn't do, and I thank God I didn't, I never used the faha, or do you call it a waist trainer? I never did it with any of my birds. With a CS, I think you should give yourself time. Right now, it's 5 years later, and I feel like I can use one. You see, then do not be in a hurry to go into the gym if you feel your body is not ready. Your body will always tell you when it's ready. Do not hurry it. For me, 5 years later, I now feel the need to go to a gym. Sometimes I work out at home and I feel like, I can feel it, and I feel it's time to stop. Because of the multiple CSs I've had, it is very easy to heal. It is very easy to feel them again because the trauma has been repeated a lot on my body. So I try as much as possible to do up to something that I'm comfortable. I do not push myself so much because I can still maybe stop eating too much and I'll still get in shape. Okay, learn your body, listen to your body. All right. Another thing I didn't limit myself to what I'm lifting or what I'm not lifting. Like I was lifting my baby immediately after birth. I've told you I was in a government hospital. We don't have any kind of formal help there. And right now I can do a lot of chores. However, I'm very selective personally. I just want to make sure that I'm on the safe zone when it comes to looking after myself. I don't want this thing rupturing. I don't want it to rupture. As for having another baby, I mean, even if I got another baby, it would still be a CS. So at the moment, that chapter is just closed. Um, I feel like as I get older, I don't want to feel that trauma again. It was a big trauma. It was not very nice because you see, you also feel some pain here on your back. By there, I have not told you. You see where the anesthesia passes through. Sometimes when it gets cold, I usually feel it. And immediately after the CSS, I was getting a lot of headaches. So mothers, be aware. Sometimes the headaches come because of whatever they used to numb you. Okay? Stay safe. Look for some professionals to do the CS for you. For me, the best hospital that I went and they did it nicely, it is Kenyatta National Hospital. I've not had an issue of anything being left in my womb. I've not had an issue of they did it badly. They did it okay. It is a bikini. All four are bikinis, so you can't see it from my stomach unless I remove my clothes. So right now they are fading away. They always do. But the pain here on my back, sometimes it comes back. So before you consider a CS, remember there are some traumas that might become permanent for you. I wish you all the best as you make a decision or as you go through your CS. It is easy and sometimes it's not easy. Having no labor pains is okay, but sometimes not having it is okay. I'm now researching on the effects of CS to children. So I've noticed some of my children have a funny posture. I think it's because of the CS. Maybe we'll correct it one day. I don't know. But they are okay. My children are very okay. They never had any complications at birth. it went on smoothly. I wish you all the best, Mama. That was my experience. Two births I had in Kenyatta National Hospital. It's the biggest hospital in this country, and they accepted me because of the multiple CSs I had. And I hope that you get the best hospital for you in your country, wherever you are, because also expertise is very important. If I would tell a mother there's nothing wrong with a government hospital, those people are experienced, and that is what I was looking for. Okay? And you remember my first birth, I went to a private hospital, and surprise to me, those experts are the same experts I came to find in Kenyatta National Hospital. So that's my experience with the CS. Mine went well, okay? Only that I have a permanent full part that I can't get rid of. I know it will never be completely flat. Even as I lose weight, there's something very small that always remains there, and I'm not trying to remove it by force or anything. So that's my experience, mummies. Have a nice one. Just take care of yourself.